Okay. Back live. Let me go ahead and invite Boom back on. Apparently, they had cut off my stream. So, let's try this again. All right. All right, so hopefully people are coming back. Sorry about that. It cut off my stream. I'm inviting Boom back on. I just want to let everyone know. So just a moment. All right, well, thank you for coming back. Sorry about that. I guess they cut it because I was doing a stream showing those clips of what Rolando did. Apparently, I guess it wasn't his, so they took it down for copyright. Okay.
Yeah, you'll want to probably delete that stream, or you'll keep a. Well, it depends if you get a claim or a strike. If you got a strike, that's permanent on your channel. But if it's just a claim, then if you delete it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I have to go back and delete it after this one. I got to send him the new link because give me just a second.
Hello. I'm not sure how to say your name.
Nanette.
Nanette.
I'm assuming.
Hopefully, didn't butcher it too badly.
And hopefully the few other people come back on this one. We were up to 6 people watching, and now it's down to half. So, God, that sucks. I mean, since it was his, he put it up there. I thought it was okay to show.
Yeah, well, technically, he's in it, yes, but
well, no, I mean he posted. I mean he posted. I thought he posted it, but I guess not.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Oh, this is the old one. Trying to pull up the wrong link.
It's like, put the new link on. That sucks. Okay, so we said it right, Nanette. Okay.
Shocked I did. I usually fuck it up beyond belief.
All right. It says we're live, but I don't see it playing on YouTube here. I'm trying to bring it up on my phone.
I got it on my phone. Let me go to the. Yeah.
Maybe if I close out of it, I'll come back. It's like, well, we got to be live. We're talking to Mr. Bones in the net here. So, yeah. They shut it off, Bones. So.
Yeah, I see it on the computer and my phone. So.
I think it might be coming up now. I just maybe had to restart my YouTube maybe on my phone. Yep, there we go. Okay. So that's good. At least everyone who was here came back. Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience there. So, all right. So I guess we'll just talk for the rest until he comes on there. I sent him a new link because that old one, forget that one.
Yeah, did you explain that the other one don't work no more when you sent the new one? So he don't get confused why he's getting...
I did say new link.
Okay.
Other one went down. Let's see. Yeah, I just said it was stopped. So, but yeah, he said he was running about 10 minutes late anyway from 7. So that reel was perfect timing. So he should be here in just a couple of minutes. So
cool.
I was hoping we could still show that reel. It'd be killing time. But,
yeah, well, if we would have done it a different way, I was suspecting that, but because there's a way you can show copyright stuff, but you have to do it in a right way. The way I've been trying to tell you about, but
I guess that was the wrong way then.
yes, that is the wrong way. That's why I've been telling you. And if Wild Eye ever gets a hair up their ass, you'll be getting that on a lot of your videos with the trailers in them, because that's the wrong way too.
So, anyway, how's everyone in the chat doing tonight? So, and I saw that you put up your Invasion of the Planet of the Apes for
Yep,
Pulling
I was able to finally edit it and throw it up there right before the show.
So, yep. Hey, Katie.
Hello, popping popcorn.
So, oh my gosh. So, yeah, I was watching. What was I watching earlier? I don't know. Oh, I watched the Sons of Anarchy episode that he was Benny, which it didn't get to that part in the reel. Did you watch that one or no?
No, I didn't. We had internet issues today, so the only thing I was able to watch was my movie for the review, and then I had to edit that, which took a while. So,
yep. Hello.
Hello.
We were just talking about the Benny episode.
Okay. You guys hear me okay?
Yep, now we can.
All right, perfect. Sorry, guys, I was running a little late today.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, that's all right. So, I made the mistake. I was showing the reel a little bit, but then they cut it off, I guess, copyright. So they wouldn't let me show it, apparently.
No way, dude.
So,
sorry about that.
That's all right. That was my fault. I didn't do it the right way.
Well, so did they see anything at all?
Oh, yeah.
We saw a little bit before it went down,
yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I guess I should have told you guys about the copyright thing, huh?
So I was thinking you posted it up there, so it should have been okay, but I guess I thought wrong. So
yeah, that's really weird. That's really weird.
But it killed a little bit of time anyway, so I'll just delete that one.
That's why you had to get a separate link, because the other stream went down. We had to do another one.
Okay. I just want to make sure my video quality is good. Okay. And this camera is really weird. So are we live?
Yep, we are live right now.
Yeah,
yep.
we
What's
are
up, everybody?
now. Nanette says hello.
Hello, Nanette. Do I get to see the comments or no?
You might be able to if you hit comments. I don't know if it'll take the screen away, but I can read them out to you also. So.
Oh, there we go. I see them now. Hello, everybody.
Sometimes they talk amongst themselves.
Well, I'm actually going to go live on my TikTok. Wow. So, how do I tell people to where should they go?
Let's see which link is that.
The Horror Freak 85 YouTube channel.
You got that? Let's see if Link. Hey, Link, can you bring up that boom? Thanks. I'm dyslexic tonight, saying stuff backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw the comment or not, but Bone said he came in on Sweet Life when you were the hot dog man.
I came in on Sweet Life. Yeah, Mr. Bones, I was. Hello, Mr. Bones. I was on Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. I played Hector the Hot Dog Man in a very special episode of the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
If you can see where it says comments and right next to it's private chat, I sent you the link to the YouTube channel in the private chat right there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to share it on my TikTok live. So I
have no clue how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm new to TikTok. I haven't quite figured it out yet.
It's quite all right. So I
might be able to go to your TikTok and I'll just put the link in through your TikTok. I'll go on the phone and I'll leave a comment.
Let me go live right now on my TikTok and see if. So you mean you're gonna go into my live?
Yeah, I'll go onto your live and then
okay.
comment. I'll put that, and then I've never pinned comments, so I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay.
But maybe.
Well, I think I can pin the comment.
Okay.
Yeah, once you put it in, I think I can pin the comment.
Right, so let me get the right link.
Just let me get people in here first.
Bones is all baby Joker. Whoop whoop.
One of many characters. Good evening. Hey, DeMonte, how are you? From Metropolis, Illinois. Did you guys know there was actually a Metropolis in Illinois? I had no clue.
Oh,
I've been
When I
there.
first met this guy, I go, "Hey, bro, are you Superman?" I mean, because then he goes, "No, there's a real Metropolis here in Illinois." I was like, "What?"
It's
Had
really
no clue.
cool. They got a huge Superman statue. I lived in Illinois most of my life. We just, he went bye-bye.
Yep.
He'll be back. And if you like back off or something, it's really easy to leave StreamYard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know if he realizes he popped off.
Yeah, I just told him I think he did. So he's I see him on his tick. Let's see.
I'm on a podcast right
Okay.
now.
There he is.
Okay.
I don't know. I got kicked out. What happened?
It's real easy to accidentally leave the stream.
Tree rolling time. Oh, tree rolling time. Okay. I see. That's the link that you closed out by accident.
Yeah, I was letting you know you closed out, but right above it, if you want to pin that link, if people want to come on over.
Wait, I don't see the link. Where did you leave the link?
It's right above where I said it closed out by accident. I'll send it again if need be.
Yeah, just put it in the comments real quick. Those of you that are joining my live, I'm on a podcast right now, and you know what? TikTok might be shadow banning your comment, bro.
Probably if he's trying to put a link and he's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they can do that.
Oh, maybe it's not letting it show up because I sent it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I just gave you a follow. I wasn't following you. Let's see if that helps. What up, Jordan? Omar Alvarez, what's going on?
All right.
You know what I was saying before?
Did you see it now? I just sent it.
But yeah, I've been to Metropolis, Illinois. They have a real big Superman statue. They got like a wax museum. They have like a little building. It's kind of like a Superman museum, but it's not huge. I think it has mainly like comics and stuff. It's really cool. When my son was little, we went there for vacation. We spent the night down there and had like a little vacation there.
All right. Well, I sent it a couple of times. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to. You know what? Send the link again in the private chat right here. I'm going to turn the camera around and. All right, those of you that are on my live right now, I'm on a podcast currently. It's called The House of Horror. Is that what it's called? The podcast is The House of Horror?
Yep, The House of
House
Horror.
of
Well,
Horror.
the YouTube channel is called
The Horror Freak 85
yeah,
is
The
the
Horror
YouTube
Freak
channel.
85.
Oh, that's the YouTube channel, so they can see it live on YouTube right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. The Horror Freak 85. Let me write it in here so you guys can go to this YouTube channel. My guy over here is let me see where you are. There you are. Okay. Okay. The Horror Freak 85. Guys, I'm putting it right in here in the comment section right now. All right. And let's see if I can pin it. No, I cannot pin it.
Okay.
But guys, those of you on my live right now, if you guys want to see the podcast that I'm on, it's on the YouTube channel called The Horror Freak 85. It's his channel, and you guys can catch me there. I'm gonna leave the live on as well while I do this. What up,
just to let you know, sorry to interrupt, but tell them that The Horror Freak is one word and then 85 after. So
okay, so The Horror Freak is one word, guys, and then the 85 after. That's how you find them on YouTube, so you can see this podcast what I'm doing right now.
And it should say live and show us, or
it should say live when you get to the YouTube channel. So it should say live. So go check it out. So what's going on, guys?
It's going. As I was saying earlier, I was watching the Sons of Anarchy episode.
Oh, that's the way.
Yeah, Benny, cheating his club there, trying to
Hey,
skim on
man,
the.
Benny had 3 kids. Mama,
He did it for the kids. Do it for the children.
I know. Those of you on joining the live, go to the YouTube channel and look up The Horror Freak. That's one word altogether, The Horror Freak. And then Space 85. I'm live on their podcast right now. So come check us out. Come check out the show. So, guys, if I'm not reading your comments, it's because I'm on this podcast right now. So,
You can tell them they'll be hearing
but
the answers, but they might
yeah,
not be
but
hearing the questions.
yeah, come into the live at the YouTube channel, The Horror Freak 85, and click on the live video that they're broadcasting right now, and then you guys will be able to watch this podcast that I'm doing with them. All right, so Mr. Bones is asking a lot of questions.
He was asking if you were in the Mayans too, or just Sons of Anarchy.
I'm not in the Mayans as of yet.
Ooh.
Let's just say that there's many possibilities with the character of Benny that have presented itself, but nothing solid yet. That's all I can say about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like, did he get kicked out? I mean, anything could happen to him. The last you saw him is just beaten to a pulp.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Yeah, he was. Benny got beat up pretty bad. What up, Matt Lopez? Guys, come to go to YouTube and look up The Horror Freak. That's one word, The Horror Freak, and then Space 85. I'm live on their podcast right now, so those of you that are on my live, come check it out. All right. So, what questions do you guys have for me?
So let's start out. What was your childhood like growing up? Were you always fascinated in movies and acting? Was that a career path, or did you want to do something else first?
Well, definitely, I was fascinated with film since I was a little boy. My mom used to take me and my little brother to the movies every Saturday night, and it was the dollar movie night. So we saw old movies that were already had been out for a couple of months in the regular theaters, and now you only pay $1 to go see them. But I got to watch great films like Jaws and Star Wars and E.T. and the big screen. So I had a fascination and love of movies at a very young age because of my mom. And so growing up, I love watching film. I love watching TV shows. And I didn't really think about becoming an actor up until I saw a film called Stand By Me. And I was about 12 years old. And it was Stand By Me. Those of you that don't know the movie Stand By Me, it is a film starring Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, and Jerry O'Connell and Corey Feldman. So the performance that River Phoenix did in that film, though, is what inspired me to want to become an actor. Specifically, the scene where he's in the campsite and talking to Gordy, Will Wheaton's character, about him stealing the milk money from the school and then maybe trying to give it back, right? So, when he's telling the story, at one point, Chris Chambers, that's the character name of River Phoenix, he starts bawling and he says, F it. I wish I'd go someplace where nobody knows me. And he made me cry. That's the first time that any actor or any film I've ever watched, made me cry. So at that very moment, I realized and said, that's it. That's what I want to do. I want to move people. I want to make people feel something through my performance. I want to make them cry. I want to make them laugh. I want to make them hate me. I want to make them love me. Whatever I can do to make them feel something the way River Phoenix made me feel that day, that's what I want to do. That's when the mustard seed was planted of when I wanted to become an actor. Guys, those of you that are on my live right now, I am doing a podcast right now. Here, check it out. I'm doing a podcast right now.
like, oh, I can see
So,
it.
Hi.
Hello, TikTok.
So you guys want to check out the podcast, go to on YouTube channel. It's called The Horror Freak. That's one word, The Horror Freak, and then space 85. And click on the live link there to watch the podcast here. So basically that's what inspired me to want to become an actor, was the performance of River Phoenix in Stand By Me. Yeah. And I grew up in North Hollywood. North Hollywood was obviously the city north of Hollywood, California, the capital of entertainment. And growing up in the '80s in North Hollywood was an amazing time because it was the best time for music, for films. John Hughes was the biggest teen angst movie director of his time during the '80s. So, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. I grew up on those movies, and knowing that as a teenager, I seen these other younger teenagers being, movie stars and movie films, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. So throughout my teenage years, I had this fascination with film and television and everything. So yeah, it's been there for a minute.
Nice. How old was you when you first got a role?
So, funny story. So, when I graduated high school, I wanted to. Hello, everybody coming into my live on TikTok. Please go to the YouTube channel, The Horror Freak 85. The Horror Freak being one word, and then number 85 to watch the podcast I'm in right now. I graduated high school. My parents wanted me to go to college. I wasn't crazy about the idea of college because I knew I wanted to become an actor. So what I decided to do instead is I decided to go to every major studio and apply for a job. Now, this is back in the day when nothing was digital. You literally had to walk into HR, which is human resources. Those of you that don't know, human resources, and fill out a paper application with pen and paper, right? And I did that for an entire day. Universal, Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount. And I got a call from Universal, the only studio that called me back and gave me a job as a security guard. And that's where I started learning, what the industry was all about, because my job as a security guard was to guard sets. And I would guard movie sets. I would guard sound stages. I'd be on set whenever they were shooting. So I'd learn, set etiquette because of that. And also learn the language, I guess you could say, or the verbiage of cut, hold the roll, action, roll sound, roll camera, and all that. And I got the inner workings of how everything worked. But the hardest part was figuring out how to become an actor, because it seemed like it was a catch-22. One day I was working the production gate, and the production gate, only production vehicles are allowed in there. So no civilian vehicles were allowed through there. One time, this red Porsche 911 drove into the gate, and I'm thinking, oh, this guy's lost, So I told him to put out his window. When he did, he was in a 911 Porsche, Porsche 911 cherry red, with tinted windows and Florida license plate. The tinted window comes down, and I look in, and I'm like, Mr. Olmos. It happened to be Edward James Olmos. And he was one of the biggest Mexican-American stars of his time. He had been in several movies, including Zoot Suit. He was a series regular on a show called Miami Vice at the time, which was shot in Miami, which is the reason why he had Florida license plates on his Porsche. And I said to him, Mr. Olmos, I'm a huge fan, and I'm an inspired actor. I want to be like you. You inspire me. I want to be like you. And he says to me, "Hey, David, don't call me Mr. Olmos. Call me Eddie. If you feel like my father, you call me Mr. Olmos." And I said, "Okay, no problem, Eddie. I'll call you Eddie." So he was just starting pre-production on this his directorial debut film called American Me, 1992. But this was 91, but it didn't come out till 92. So, he was telling me about that. I said, I'm hoping I can do what you do one day. He said, well, anything's possible. So one day I was working the gate, and this is already 2 weeks into pre-production on American Me. He's coming in and out of the gate all the time and saying hi to me and everything. Then one day his casting director drives out of the gate and says to me, "Hey, are you Rolando?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Rolando." He's like, "Well, he almost wants to know if you want to audition for his film. He's looking for a Latino to play a cop. He likes the way you look in your security guard uniform." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, long story short, I ended up auditioning for it, and my first audition, I booked the part of the cop, and I'm the cop that gets to arrest almost at the bus stop after the wedding, and they find heroin balloons in not my jacket pocket, but somebody else's. I mean, it's not his jacket pocket, but somebody else's jacket pocket, and they blame him for it. So I get to arrest him. So that was the first one. What's up, everybody on TikTok? I'm on a podcast live right now. Go to YouTube and look up The Horror Freak. That's one word, The Horror Freak, and then space 85. Click on the live link. You'll be watching me on the podcast. Yeah.
What a way to get into business, just have him come up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was very fortunate. Hello, Nanette. How are you? I love the movie Stand By Me. I can understand why you would be an actor. Oh, thank you. The very end is sad when it says what happens to him. Yes, it is, Mr. Bones. Everything I see, every time I see him, it makes me sad because everything is no longer with us. I agree with you. And a funny thing is, while I was working at Universal, I actually got to meet River Phoenix.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Jimmy Sanchez. It's here. I'll type it in. Hold on, guys. They want me to type in.
Okay.
That's fine.
So this is the YouTube channel, guys. I'm about to type it in.
Someone else I know, even sometimes other TikTokers, they can post, or I mean not post, they can pin what you got.
Yeah, guys, if anybody can pin this comment that I'm just posting, this is the YouTube channel, The Horror Freak 85. I just posted it right now. And it's go to YouTube and log in there and click the live link so you guys can watch the podcast that I'm in right now currently.
Yep, we got one of your TikTokers in here. Alex says he's
Alex.
Batman.
Oh yeah.
Flooding in now.
Yeah, he's Alex. Are you Batman? Yeah, he's Batman. He calls himself the Batman, the Guapo Batman, or the Batman Guapo, meaning the handsome Batman. What's up?
Well, welcome.
Swaj. Hey, there's my boy Swaj. What's up? All right, so some of my TikTokers coming in.
They're coming over, and then we got Freddie B just came over.
Freddie B, what's going on, guys? Thank you for coming in.
Yes, so, welcome all you TikTokers.
Yeah, guys.
Welcome.
So they're both on my live and the podcast.
Now you guys get to hear the questions and stuff we say.
Yeah. Now you guys get to hear the questions.
Get to hear the full unrated version.
Hey, Raylene, what's up, sweetheart? All right, so that was the start of my career, and never did I think that here I am next month, as a matter of fact, on August 6th. That's when the first day I was on set of American Me was August 6th, 1991. And that was the beginning of my acting career. So this August 6th, 2022 will be my 31 year anniversary of when I became an actor professionally. I'm awesome. I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed, to say the least. I'm thankful for the longevity that I've had in this business. I've seen a lot of actors come and go. They can't hack it, and rightfully so. We have a saying. It's either famine or feast in our industry. Famine meaning that you can't get arrested to save your life. You can't book anything to save your life. And feast is when you're just booking back-to-back shows and films, and So right now, because of the pandemic, I'm definitely going through a famine. And it's not for lack of auditions. I've had plenty of auditions, and then I've been pinned for quite a few. And when they say pinned, when your agent calls to say you pinned for the show, that means that you are one of the choices, usually between you and 2 to 3 other actors. So the fact that I get pinned means to me that I'm still doing my job, as an actor and putting down good work, and they're considering me as one of the choices. But it doesn't always go my way. It can go to the other actors, which it does. So recently, in the last couple of years, I only worked one show. I've had other things in productions before that have been coming out lately. So I have credits from 2021 on my IMDb. But right now, it's really, really rough. So, but I'm very confident though that things are gonna start picking up again. And COVID seems to be not such a big issue as it was in the industry before. So now it's all good. What up? Stay alive. I see you. Hey, there's all my people coming in here. Jimmy Sanchez, what's up, my boy? Hey, yeah, they're transferring over from. Hey guys, what's up? What's up, guys? So. You see that comment I posted there, the Horror Freak 85 on my TikTok right here? Guys, go to that YouTube channel and come check out the podcast that I'm doing right now. I'm doing a podcast for them. So what's the next question, guys? What do you guys got?
Let's see if there's anything in the
Was
chat.
you a fan of Family Guy and American Dad before you was cast to do voices?
Yes, definitely. I was a huge fan of American Dad and Family Guy before I had the opportunity, and so my agent calls me one day, and at the time I didn't have a voiceover agent because I never even thought about doing voiceovers. And she says, "Hey, honey, listen, I have a friend of mine who is the casting director for American Dad and Family Guy. Her name is Linda Lamontage, and she was asking if I had any clients that spoke Spanish." And I thought of you right away. And I'm like, okay, what for? And she, well, they want to see if you want to do a voice for American Dad. I'm like, are you kidding? I would love to do a voice. I'm a huge fan of both shows, So so she's like, okay, well, here, I'll put you in touch with her. So I called her up, the casting director, and she's like, yeah, hey, listen, Rolando. So I got Seth MacFarlane here and a couple of the other producers on the show. And we would love to know if you can just, read the lines that we sent you, which was 4 lines. Lávate las manos. Lávate las manos. Lávate las manos. Lávate las manos. And that ended up being the first role that I booked on American Dad. And for those of you that are fans of American Dad, that's a scene where Steve thinks he got an invitation to Hogwarts, but he actually ends up at a meth lab. And my character by the name of Javi he thinks he's his potion partners, and he thinks that Lávate las manos is a spell, when in fact Lávate las manos means wash your hands in Spanish. So it turned out to be so funny. And from that point, it just started rolling. I looked more and more roles on American Dad. There's a few episodes where Steve watches a detective show called Tex and Mex, and obviously I play Mex. And he thought like this is the character of man. Oh no, who ate my sopapilla? So then after that, I finally got the opportunity. I get a call from Linda, the casting director, one day. She said, "Hey, so we got a gig for you." I go, "Oh, great. Okay, so what character am I playing? Tex? Am I playing Mexican?" And she's like, "No, it's not for American Dad." I'm like, "What? It's a Family Guy." And I'm like, "What?" And this one was a one-liner, which I didn't care. Actually, it was 2 lines. It was 2 lines. It's an episode where Peter is trying to quit smoking, and he gets caught by Lois smoking in their bedroom in his underwear, and then he hears it coming, so he throws the cigarette out the window. And then when Lois comes in, what's going on? Oh, nothing. And then the next thing you see him running out into the front yard and picks up a cigarette and goes, "Oh, thank God, I found you, blah, blah." And then some guy opens the window, goes, "Hey, can you keep it down there?" And then you go, "Wait a minute, whose room are you in?" "Meg's." "Oh, okay, no problem." So that was my first debut on Family Guy, for those of you that don't know the episode. Curtis Vessel, what's up, guys? Guys, those of you that are on my live, I'm doing a podcast right now on YouTube. Go to The Horror Freak 85. Come on through, check out the podcast that I'm doing right now, and join us. Join us over there. so you can hear what they're asking.
Join
I love
us.
that you did the voices too when he was describing that. That's the best.
Well, you know what? Also, I do it because you know, I think people will like go, oh, that was him. You know, oh shit, I remember
True.
that. You know, like the Lavate la Mano one, I had no clue how popular that episode was until I recently put out a TikTok where I have that Lavate la Mano scene in there because I did that trend. That's not my name. You know, and I show clips of different shows and movies that I've been in. So that was one of them. So many people were commenting on that, saying, "Oh my God, you were the Lavate la Manos guy." You know, and I'm like, yeah, that was me.
You went to Hogwarts in a disguised as a meth lab.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy, for posting the YouTube channel. Appreciate that, man.
So the voice acting just kind of came to you. You wasn't really looking
Yeah.
into doing voice
Yeah.
acting.
I wasn't, and you know, I ended up getting a voice. So I have a team. Every actor needs to have a team. So I have 2 theatrical agents that look for film and television shows for me. I have a commercial agent who looks strictly for television commercials. Then I have a voiceover agent. Now the voiceover agent, they look for radio spots, for animated shows, and radio commercials and stuff. So those are and I've done several of a little bit of everything. You know, I don't do too many commercials. I've looked maybe about a dozen in my career, but I don't mind. You know, it's like I prefer to do television and film, but if commercial comes along and it pays nice, why not, right, guys?
Yeah.
So I have basically 4 agents at this point.
So when you did the voices on the shows, did you actually go there to their studio, do the recording,
Yeah.
or say the voice, or
Yeah, no. So Fox Studios has an animation department down in LA on Wilshire Boulevard. And when you go to their offices, it's pretty cool because if you go to my Instagram, I have photos that I've posted in the past of when I've been in the recording studio. And I've taken pictures with, you know, cutouts of Stevie and of Peter and of Brian, and you know, just to share with the fans and let them know, hey, this check it out, I'm at the animation studio. So you walk in there, there's a waiting room, and you check in with the receptionist. Okay, Rolando, they'll come and get you right now. They come and get you. They take you to the back rooms. In the back room, they have soundproof booths where you go in there, and they have the sides for you right there. Um, in the room, and you put on the headphones and you start reading the lines, and then you know, the director behind the booth is talking on the mic. He's like, "Hey, Ron, okay, so show us what you got. Show us what you think this character sounds like." So I'll give him a couple of different voices, you know, and then I'll go, you know what, that's the one. Use that one. Let's go with that one, you know. So it's a creative part of voice acting is a lot of fun because of that aspect. Because I'm able to change my voice from one thing to another, and then the director is like, "That's the one. That's the one." And then the really cool part about it is that the animators animate the character around your voice acting, which I didn't know at first. But what are some of your favorite characters you've done, Rolando? Oh, good question. In that, who pinned that? Did you pin that?
I did that on the comments. I just clicked on it and it brought it up.
So some of my favorite characters, well, definitely a cult classic character that y'all know is Baby Joker from Next Friday. Um, hey, Jimmy, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, definitely. And let me see if I have room to make you a mod on my live afterwards. Okay. So Baby Joker from Next Friday, everybody loves that character. It's a very memorable character. But really, the most memorable character that I played was a character by the name of Hector Nunez in a film called Crazy Beautiful, which starred Kirsten Dunst and Jay Hernandez and Bruce Davidson. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this, but I was also named one of the stars in the film. So I was, yeah, you know, that was my first starring role in a major film. And the reason that's one of my favorite and most memorable characters is because in that character, in that performance, I did what I set out to do. The inspiration that River Phoenix gave me was to move people and make them feel something. And that character, that scene with me and my brother Jay Hernandez, my little brother Jay Hernandez, in the kitchen is very moving, very powerful, and a lot of people remember it. I've had young guys come up to me and go, "Hey man, just want to say that, that you made me, that scene with you and your brother, you made me feel like I understood what my older brother was saying to me, what my dad used to say to me, and now they're locked up or they're dead." And made me understand that they were just trying to help me, trying to make me understand that I could be a better person than them, And so it was very fulfilling for me to know that I was able to accomplish that goal of making other people, feel something or move them in some way, inspire them in some way, And when I've had, and even in the industry, I've had younger actors that have come to me and say, "Hey, man, I grew up watching you, and you were an inspiration to me to want to become an actor." And that's really cool. That's really cool. A younger actor tells me that I was an inspiration to them to want to become an actor, and they become actors, and they're amazing actors. It's a great feeling, And I actually mentor a couple of younger actors that have been, friends. I become friends with them. And, I've seen them grow in the industry, and they're doing amazing work. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what it would feel like to have somebody's like, "Oh, are you inspired?" That would be great.
Hey, Stone Cold, what up, Stone Cold? How we doing?
And we got what type of character would you like to play one day? Freddie B wants to know.
Hey, my boy Freddie. What's up, Freddie? What type of character would you like to play one day? So, I would actually like to play a transgender character. I've already. I would like to play a gay character as well. I've never done one officially. I did a mini short film with a friend for TikTok. It's in my TikTok actually, where I did play a gay character, but it was kind of like a 3 minute. Short film.
Yeah, they're not very long on there.
Yeah, they're not very long. But but the character was a gay character. But I would like to play a transgender character one day because I think it would be number one very challenging for this space to get to look transgender, and also it would be very challenging to perform it. I love to be challenged. I love to be challenged. I don't like doing the same role twice. Usually, I'm not sure if I asked, but what was his most challenging role? My most challenging role. Wow. Hold on a second, guys. Russian Mama. I played the character of Rolando on ER, the admitting clerk, the graveyard admitting clerk on ER. People are asking me on my TikTok live. They just saw that I was on ER. But the most challenging character I played, I gotta admit, I didn't. I never find any of the characters challenging to the point where like I'm stressed over it. I always find a way. Like I always figure out the character. I always develop the character. But I guess I would have to say that maybe the character of Crazy Beautiful would be that because um, one funny thing is that people when they meet me, they expect me to be one of my characters, especially Baby Joker.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and like and so whenever I'm able to make people believe that I'm really that character in real life, I've done my job, and that's the challenge, right, of every actor, right, to make people believe that you're that character. So I would have to say the one from Crazy Beautiful. Wow, strong answer. Will Smith said he regrets not doing a gay scene because he was too immature at the time. Do you think you in the 90s would have versus now? That's a very good question, Jimmy Sanchez. That's a very good question because when I was, well, those of you that don't know, I am a gay man. I didn't come out until I was 25 years of age. And again, because of the stigma that it had back in the 90s, And I think I probably wouldn't have, only because of the fear that I had of being outed. Uh, and I probably would have regretted it too. But I never had the opportunity. I was never given a chance to play a good character back in the '90s. All the characters I played were these little macho dudes, and um, just the thug, the gangster guy,
I know one. The Marlon, when you guys went to the acting studio, you got that tight.
the Wayans brothers,
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, hey guys, those of you that are on my live right now, I'm doing a podcast right now. If you want to check it out, listen to the questions they're asking me. It's called The Horror Freak 85 on YouTube. My boy Jimmy Sanchez has it locked down here. He'll put it in here and stay alive. Can you also put it down? Yeah. So that. So I did an episode of the Wayans brothers with Sean and Marlon Wayans, where they joined a modeling school, and I happen to be one of the modeling participants. And so in this particular scene, every single one of us, including Marlon and Sean Wayans, was in a single leotard, a black leotard. And for those of you that don't know what a leotard is, Google it. So I had a leotard on, and I'm doing these moves, like I'm supposed to be this grand model and everything, right? And and then I remember that I had my scene with Marlon, and I say something to Marlon, and I'm like, because he's feeling bad about himself, and I go, "Oh, Marlon," he's like, "Get away from me," and I'm like, "Oh, well, okay." But it was definitely at the time I was very body conscious, and I've always been a big boy, so for me to be showing all the goods like that, it was really really hard.
I know one of my questions was like, how comfortable was that thing?
It's very uncomfortable. Yeah. It's Curtis from TikTok. Hey, what up, Curtis? Curtis Vessel's my boy. What horror roles would you do, if any? So I did do. I was talking to Horror Freak here about. I did a cameo in Murder. It's called Murder in the Woods with Danny Trejo and a couple other friends of mine. Gail De Leon is the writer of the film, and she's also in it. I did a cameo where she plays my wife that leaves me and her son for another man. And well, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it gets really intense, the scene, and there's blood. So that's the only horror film that I've ever done. But I'm definitely open to doing other horror films, and I would love to do something like Final Destination or Texas Chainsaw Massacre type of film. And I've always liked.
And they're starting both of them back up too. So
I know. I've always loved the gory because I'm an '80s kid, right? So I grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Halloween, and those are the like OG horror flicks that I grew up with. But I'll go even further than that. When I was a kid, my fascination was with Universal Studio monster films, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Phantom of the Opera. I was fascinated with those black and white films. And, Bela Lugosi, the actor, Don Lon Chaney Jr., the Man of a Thousand Faces, he was called because he did so many different types of creatures, and a lot of you are like, who the hell are those people? Well, look it up. Google them.
Look them up.
They are legends. They are considered to be Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney Jr. Those are two of the most legendary actors who have taken credit for the genre of horror films. They're the ones that originated. Alex, have you ever thought about writing your own film? I have not my own film, but the story of my mother when she was a little girl. I started writing it, but two different things happened. this was decades ago decades ago, like 20 years ago when I started writing this. Two things happened. I suck at writing. I don't have the
I hear
patience.
you in there.
I don't have the patience for writing. And number two, it was extremely emotionally draining for me to write about my mom and what she went through as a child. Because my mom's story is very sad. She suffered a lot. She was the oldest of 7 kids, and she had to be taken out of school because her mom, my grandmother, was a single mom of 7 children. Took her out of school when she was 11 years old and put her to work. And, she ended up in not an orphanage because she wasn't an orphan, but it was kind of like a home for children where parents can afford to keep them. Her and her younger brother, and they went through a lot of horrible things there as well. So, I couldn't finish it. If anything, I'm talking to a friend of mine who's a writer, and I might revisit the idea of having him help me write it. So,
Yeah, I was actually going to say that get like somebody to write for you.
yeah, I'm planning on doing something like that. Would you ever do another movie like Virtuosity? I would love to. I love doing Virtuosity. That funny thing. That is the only film that I was on set for 22 hours. 22 hours. That's the only film that I got what's called golden time pay. So basically, after 8 hours, from eight to 12 hours, that's overtime, right? From 12 to 16 hours, that's double. And then from 12 to 18 hours is double time. And then from 18 to 24 hours, that's called golden time. So you're getting paid like 5 times the amount. So when I was supposed to work one day. And the thing was that we were shooting in downtown LA at that location. And that location was only booked for that one day. We were at Grand Central Market. And they couldn't, so basically production went overtime. And when I was supposed to get paid $450 for that night, for one night, I came out with about $3,500 that day. So that was fun. Did you have any role that you were shocked to land? Actually, Crazy Beautiful. Crazy Beautiful because funny story was a lot of people don't know this. Well, my TikTokers know this. Hold on a second. C4 Outmax backup. Okay. Those of you that are in here on my TikTok live, I'm on a YouTube channel doing a podcast right now. It's called The Horror Freak 85. Come check us out over here, okay? So funny story about Crazy Beautiful. I was going through a famine again, like I am right now, and I hadn't worked maybe in about 6-7 months. And as actors, we get into a real funk when you don't get it. So I went to visit one of my acting buddies. Matter of fact, Lobo Sebastian, who played Little Joker next Friday, right? I went to his house and, I was talking to him and I said, man, it's getting bad, bro. I haven't booked anything in a minute. And he's like, you know what? Hold on a second real quick. He comes back and he brings a script. He hands it to me. And I read the title. It's called At 17. At 17. I go, what's this? He's like, it's a script that you should read. He said, my agent wanted me to go out for a particular role in here, the older brother of the lead. But I don't think I'm right for it. And I really think you're right for it. I'm like, okay. So I read through it. The character's name was Hector Nunez. And the film was later called Crazy Beautiful. The original title was At 17. So I called my agent. I said, hey, listen, I want to go out for this. She said, all right, let me get on it. She calls the casting director. I believe it was Sarah Finn was her name. And, she was, hey, so Rolando wants to go out for this role, can you bring him in? She's like, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, but the director wants a real thug with real tattoos to play this role. And I was like, when my agent told me that, I was like, are you kidding me? They want to get a real thug to play this guy? real tattoos? I go, they could just paint tattoos on me. She's like, I know, but that's what the director wants and this and that. So I said, okay. I knew where the casting office was because I've been to that casting office before. So I went home. I had a little bit of hair at the time, but I shaved my hair completely with a razor for the first time. And then I dressed down in some of my brother's clothes because my brother was a real gangster, my younger brother. And I crashed that audition. And I never have ever, an actor never does that. You should never do that, crash an audition. But I was so convinced that I was so right for this role that I took a chance. And I showed up, and the casting director came out, and they were holding auditions for that character, and the director was there in the office. And I told the casting director, she's like, what are you doing here? And I said, look, I know you told my agent that the director wants a real thug with a real tattoos. I'm here. Give me 5 minutes, man. And she looked at me. She goes, you look the part. I go, yeah. She's like, all right. Here are the sides. There's 8 pages. Can you be ready in 10 minutes? I'm like, I got this. Cold read in 10 minutes. They call that a cold read. So then I go, are you your biggest critic? Yes, I am. I am my own biggest critic. Every actor is his own worst critic. So I read over these lines, and in 5 minutes she comes out. She's like, the director's ready. Now or never. And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Go in there, and I do my thing. I completely just dive into the character and stay in character. And the scene was written a little different than what we saw on screen. In the script, when I push him, we're in the living room actually where this argument's happening, and I push him and he falls onto a coffee table and breaks it, and then I pick him up and I slam him against the wall, and like try to listen to me, you punk, So it was really more violent than what you saw on film, because when Disney saw that it was Disney film, Disney's like, no, you need to tone it down. You need to tone this thing down. So that's what ended up happening. So I ended up being in the room there with the director, and then after I was done, the director looks at me and he's like, so what's going on? At that very moment, I knew I had a bud. And I stayed in character. I grew up in North Hollywood. And around this lifestyle on my life. He's like, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in. And, we'll be in touch. Sure enough, I called my agent that day and go, hey, expect a call. She's like, from who? From the casting director, Sarah Finn. From Crazy Beautiful. Or at 17 at the time. She's like, wait, what do you mean? I said, I crashed the audition. She said, you what? You what? I said, listen, it went well. So she's like, don't you ever do that again, Mom. And she got so mad at me. Anyway, so we ended up getting the call, and they made an offer. They were lowballing me. They were really lowballing me. And this character is supposed to be one of the stars of the movie. So when I saw the offer that they made me, I was like, no. I told my agent, I'm not going to accept it. I turned down the role. And when I turned down the role, my agent's like, you went and crashed this audition. They're making you an offer. And I go, do you think I deserve that offer? Like, no, I know. But you're turning it down, Rolando. Are you going to regret this? I go, I don't know. Maybe. But I know my self-worth, and I know that this is not a good deal. So I turned it down. That night, the director called me directly at home. John Stockwell was his name. John says, hey, Rolando, it's John. Said, hey, John. What's up? He's like, listen, I heard that you turned down the deal. I said, yeah. I thought you wanted to do this. I do. But did you see the deal they're offering? He's like, no. I said, well, they're offering you this and this and that. And he's like, what? I'll call you back. Then I get about a half hour later, I get a call from my agent. And my agent says, I don't know what you did, But they call back and they're giving in to our demands. You got the deal. You want it, and there's that.
Nice.
That was crazy beautiful.
That's a crazy and beautiful story.
Yes, it is, right?
Stone Cold asks, what would you say is your excuse me if I can read, best role you ever, hands down?
What would you say is your best role ever, hands down? I keep going back to Crazy Beautiful.
That sounds
Seriously,
like I haven't had a
yeah.
chance to see it, but it sounds like it.
It's definitely because it's the most memorable character I played and the most powerful, and in the aspect of how it moved people, inspired people, and has transcended over the generations. Because I did that movie back in 2003, I want to say, and here we are, 20 years later, and I still have young people that watch it that come up to me and tell me how it's changed their lives and how it's inspired them. So for me, definitely Crazy Beautiful.
Now, do you feel like you enjoy those roles more and try to inspire people with them? You like those more dramatic roles, or do you prefer doing the comedy and consider that a different way of inspiring?
I like it all. I really do, but I think I do prefer dramatic because I think I can really come through in a dramatic role much stronger than a comedic role. The reason being, I'm not a comedian by far. I can't, do a comedy skit right off the top of my head. I don't have that skill set. I'm only good as the writer who writes the comedy for me. Like in Next Friday, that was all the writer. So for me, dramatic roles, I'm more in tune with, if you know what I mean. Um, do you want to be a producer or direct one day if you're not already? So I've dabbed in producing and directing already, and I came to the conclusion that I prefer staying in front of the camera as opposed to behind the camera. I'm much better at it. Although, don't get me wrong, I was told that I'm a pretty good producer because I helped a friend produce a couple of things. But it just, I didn't get the same fulfillment as I do being in front of the camera. So, maybe directing one day might be an option for me because I have good visions and good visuals, great ideas. But yeah, but I think most definitely in front of the camera.
And speaking of that, do you like doing the TV shows or movies better?
So so I love doing TV shows because of the good money it pays, and also because it's much quicker turnaround, and I literally can dive into anybody's living room or bedroom anytime. Um, but films I enjoy because we go on location and there's a lot more special effects involved. And for example, Bruce Almighty, we did a lot of green screen effects that didn't show up in the movie that ended up getting cut out of the movie. But we filmed that for about a month, and it was all in the back lot of Universal Studios, which was so much fun. And production had the In-N-Out truck come once a week. Then the catering food was amazing, lobster and steak at a time, because Jim Carrey spared no expense.
Oh, I'm sure. That must have been amazing working with him. How was he on
Oh
set?
God, Jim Carrey is the kindest, most gracious, and most giving actor that I've ever worked with. Quite frankly, I remember when I was on set and we were in the middle of takes. I was sitting down in my chair, and Jim Carrey came and sat next to me, and he said, "Hey man, so where did you grow up?" I said, "Actually, I grew up right around the corner from here. I grew up in North Hollywood." And then he's like, "Yeah, so what got you into that?" And he just started a full-on conversation with me, right? And then one of the ADs comes over and he goes, "Hey Jim, we're ready for you on set." And Jim looks at him and goes, "Hold on." And he looks back at me and goes, "Finish your story."
Wow.
Exactly. Wow.
And you can't, I'm sure you can't say no to Jim Carrey. Like, okay.
You know, and I was just like, "Are you sure that they need you on set?" He goes, "Oh, they can wait." Because he wanted me to finish my story, and I found it to be so gracious of his part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Jim definitely was a great one. How do your parents feel about your acting career? They hated it at first. They thought that I was making a huge mistake. My parents, especially my mom, wanted me to go to college and have something to fall back on. I said to my mom, you know, think of me becoming an actor as me as one of those gymnasts walking in tightrope at a circus, right? It's way up high. On the other end of that tightrope is my acting career. Now, the safety net that's underneath there to catch the guy in case he falls off the tightrope, that's called the safety net, right? That's college. I said, think of that as college. So I have this safety net, which is college. So if I fall off, I'm safe. I'm safe. Right? What if I don't have that safety net? What other choice do I have but to get across that tightrope in one piece and make it to the other end? And my mom looked at me and she said, "See, this is why I want you to become a lawyer, because you know how to argue."
That's great.
Right? So yeah, you know, I that's how I, you know, reasoned with my mom about it. And but then you know, as the years started going by and they saw that I that I was booking gigs and whatnot, and you know, but in the beginning, the first, I want to say 6-7 years of my career, I had to have day jobs because I wasn't booking enough acting gigs, you know, to really make a living. And so I had all these day jobs, and I got fired from a lot of them because I would take time off to go film or to go to auditions and stuff. But that was my passion. That was my dream. So that's why I did it. So until 2014, a friend of mine, Alfredo Ramos, he actually is a writer, director. He wrote this play years ago called The Last Angry Brown Hat. And that play made it to the Smithsonian Institute and everything. And there's been several productions of it. Finally, he called me one day. He's like, "Hey, roll," but he never had any part of it, of those productions. He was just the writer, and that was it. So this time around, he started his own production, and he wanted to direct it, and he wanted me to be the star of it. So I agreed to it because I loved the play. I'd seen the play years ago, and I loved it. And it was about these four ex Brown Beret Chicanos that are in one of their garages talking about, after a funeral of one of their friends that they buried, and they have this lengthy conversation about what happened, and you know, reminiscing about the good old days and whatnot. And my character, he ends up being telling the guys that the guy who we just buried, one of our best friends, had an affair with my wife and betrayed me. So my character gets very emotional. He cries a lot. So I remember that I invited my parents to one of the shows. We had a 4-week showing or run of it. And my mom, my dad were in the audience that night. And after the show, I went backstage and I changed into my regular clothes and I came out to the lobby of the theater. And my mom was there. She sees me and she's crying. And I'm like, "Mom, the show's over. Why are you crying?" And she looks at me and she says, "I don't think I've ever been more proud of you in my life." Ooh. Every time I think of that, I get emotional because I realize, or my mom realized, why I love doing what I do. And the fact that she finally understood my passion for it, and she finally saw that I was really good at it. And that was one of the most fulfilling moments in my career, because the fact that my mom accepted it and said, "This is what you were meant to do." So
Nice.
great feeling.
Just with that story, I think it says, do your parents have a favorite movie or show that you're in? Alex asked.
Um, my parents have a favorite movie or show. They like Bruce Almighty. Because it's clean fun, and my parents are Christians, so it had to do with God, and it was a funny take on it. Even though my mom was like, "Little blast in his head," he played God, but it was funny. So I would have to say Bruce Almighty, and of course, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, because their grandkids loved that their uncle was on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom loved watching that with their grandkids. But I would have to say it's about it, but because a lot of the films I've done, there's been some kind of violence, drug use, and stuff like that. And my mom, and oh my god, anything where I get beat up or anything like in Sons of Anarchy, my dad was watching it, and I told my dad, "Don't watch it with mom. Do not watch this episode with mom." What does he do? He watches it with her. He lets her watch it. So when she sees me get beat up, she calls me like, "Oh my god, why did you let them do that?" And I'm like, "Mom, it's a show. It's fake. It's not real. It's fake blood, Mom." She's like, "I don't like to see you like that. I don't want to see you like that. I don't like to see you like that." And I'm like, "Well, tell Dad. I told him not to let you watch it." But, yeah. So, what's your biggest obstacle as an actor? Oh, my biggest obstacle as an actor. Um, hmm. I would have to say my biggest obstacle as an actor is when I commit to a character to a point where it's very hard to break character, and it's very hard to let go of the emotion and the instability of the character. Um, it's I've had to go into a very dark place in order to perform some of the characters that I perform, and sometimes it's really really hard to get out. Even after the production's done, even after we've already wrapped, it can be difficult for me as an actor to get out of that dark place, and that's when I sleep in till 1, 2 in the afternoon. Don't answer my phone. Don't answer emails. Then I got my agent and some family members worrying about me, texting me. You see, I think that every great actor has demons, um, and sometimes we don't want anybody else to see those demons. We put up this facade almost of always being happy. But when you dove into a character so deep that you can't get out of it, and it's a very dark character, and you have a hard time letting people see that, because you don't want them to see that, and that's when a lot of actors fall into deep depression. And Yeah, so I've had a few of those. So that's definitely been the biggest obstacle for me, is to snap out of it, basically. But I do eventually. But it's a process that you have to go through sometimes. Um, some actors that don't make it. Heath Ledger, he's a perfect example. Heath Ledger, when I heard the horrible news of him passing right after he did Batman,
Mm-hmm.
um, the character of the Joker, there was a reason why he was so good in that role, in that character, because he became a character. He became that dark person, and it was hard for him to let go and fight those demons. You know, so don't forget that actors are also humans, guys. We have feelings, emotions. We
Mhm.
go through hell and back sometimes, but
Right.
we do it all for the art.
Alex has another great question. Did you have a role that you regret not taking?
Crazy Beautiful is the only one. I was regretting it. I even wrote like a whole 2, 3 pages of in a journal. Did I do the right thing? I don't know if I did, but I know my self worth. And am I going to regret not taking this role? And what if this is it? Is this the end of my career because I'm going to be blacklisted? And just so many things that I wrote in that journal, just to let it out and process it. But again, I ended up getting what I wanted, so I accepted the role after all. But yeah, I mean, whenever the only reason that I've turned roles down is because I know that I can't bring 100% to that character. So I nip it in the bud. In other words, I remember they called me in. This casting director knows me, knows my work, has hired me before. Um, Wanted me to play to come into audition for 2 different characters. One was Venezuelan and the other one was Argentinian. So, and I had to speak Spanish. So I had to. I started doing my research on the Argentinian and Venezuelan accent. So when I was performing, when I was practicing the lines, was recording myself, and then when I would go back and watch it on my phone, when I recorded, I didn't convince myself. I didn't. I was like, no, I don't sound Argentinian. I don't sound Venezuelan. So I called my agent and said, hey, I'm passing. And she's like, why? I go, I'm not going to put down work that is not going to be of quality. And I'm not going to make myself look bad or you look bad or the agency look bad. Um, and I know that I can't bring it I can't bring what I need to bring to this character. So I'd rather pass. So that's what I've done. And I've done that several times because I stay true to my capabilities and what I'm able to do. Again, I love to challenge myself, but I'm also very realistic with myself, whether or not um, I can bring it to the character. If I can't bring it 100%, I'm not going to do it.
Nice. So Alex has another one. At what point did you look at yourself and realize you made your dreams a reality?
Um, that's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
At what
Yeah,
point?
he's got
At
a
what
lot of good
point did
ones.
you look at yourself and realize you made your dreams a reality? Um, when I started my Instagram account and I started looking through old photos because on my Instagram account I post a lot of throwback Thursday things that I've done. Like I've worked on this show, on that show. I've worked with this actor, that actor. And when I started looking through all the photos of all the celebrities that I've worked with, and again, I've never been starstruck but one time in my entire career, and I've worked with so many different celebrities, from Jim Carrey to Edward James Olmos to John Travolta to Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, Kathy Bates, and I've taken photos with them. After we finish shooting. But while we're working, I feel like we're on the same level. Yeah, they may be getting paid $20 million a picture, and I'm getting paid 10,000 and close to them, whatever. But on set, we're on the same level because we're both colleagues. We're both there to do a job, the same job, perform. So I never get starstruck. The only time I ever got starstruck was with William Shatner. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
William Shatner. How could you not?
yeah.
Well, that's why you can only speak Spanish. You were so.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys that story in a second. But so when I was going through my Instagram and I was seeing, I worked on this, I worked on that, I worked with him, I worked with her. Then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, "Holy shit! I've left a mark on this world. People can actually go watch this TV show, this movie, and see that I worked with these amazing actors right alongside of them. And that's when I realized that I had made my dreams come true, that I had become a professional actor.
Nice. Ray, I'm probably going to butcher this. Ray Lynn says,
Raylene.
Raylene, who's your celebrity crush?
Ooh. Raylene, how dare you? I don't, you know, I will say this. Um, so I've always been attracted to younger guys, and I attract younger guys. Um, Before I did Crazy Beautiful, I had a really huge crush on Jay Hernandez. I'm not gonna lie. I saw Jay Hernandez on a show called Undressed on MTV,
Oh,
and
that was
then
such a good show.
right, and I thought he was just so sexy. Then I booked Crazy Beautiful, and when I saw that I'm playing his older brother, I was like, I'm gonna get to meet him. Oh my god, this and that, right? So then the first day that we go to do a table read. Now, table read is when all the actors go in and into a room, and you sit around a table and you read the lines, and read it out loud so people get an idea of what it's going to look and sound like, right? So at that point, I'm diving into the character of Hector Nunez, his older brother. So after that table read, I didn't see Jay in the same way. He was my little brother. So it felt really weird to think of him in any other oh, he's hot type of way. And then especially when we got on set and we started filming the movie, I started treating him like my little brother, putting my arm around him, giving him a knuckle sandwich, type of thing. And ever since that film, that's how I see Jay, as my little brother. So every time, we run into each other at a function or whatever, what's up, little bro? What's up, big bro? We still say that to each other every single time. So yeah. So that, I think that was probably my only celebrity crush that I had. Currently, I don't think I have one really. I can't even think of one right now. Celebrity crush. Oh wait, you know what? Nick Jonas. He's hot. Uh, yeah, that would be him. That would be the one, because I saw him on a show. I forgot the name of the show was, but it was a streaming show. He played a boxer, but it turns out he's gay. His character is gay. And I was just like, okay, Nick, I see you, Nick. I see you, Nick. So
Stone Cold asks, who is the best actor on TV or movies that you've got to work with?
William Shatner. So okay, so the way that story goes is I booked a TV show called Boston Legal that starred it was a bunch of stars actually. It was William Shatner, John Larroquette, James Spader. I forgot the rest of them, but it was an all-star cast. So I booked this show where I play a character who was arrested because they played lawyers, right? And I was arrested for my character gets arrested for illegal cockfighting. And he's from Mexico, and he only speaks Spanish but understands English perfectly well. Okay, so in the opening scene, I had to translate all the English dialogue that David E. Kelly wrote into Spanish myself. So, the first day on set, I'm there and I'm just reading the lines, and it's a huge monologue that I have, right? So I'm trying to memorize the lines and blah, 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 so I'm not really paying attention too much to what's going on set, really focused on memorizing the lines. So then the director comes up to me, he's like, hey, Rolando, we're ready to shoot this. You ready? I go, yeah, I'm ready. I got this. And he's like, okay, cool. So, I get on set. William Shatner and John Larroquette are sitting right in front of me, and they have a desk. John Larroquette's sitting at the desk, and William Shatner is up against the window of the building, looking at me, and I'm sitting there. And the director says, all right, roll sound, roll camera, and action. And I look up to deliver my first line, and I go blank. And then the director goes, cut. Rolando, are you okay? And I'm like, that's William Shatner. And everybody started busting up on set, and so did William, so did John. They got a kick out of it, and John comes up, oh, it's okay, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best. Thank you. It's the first and only time I ever got starstruck because this is Captain fucking Kirk. Okay, you know what I'm saying? This is fucking T.J. Hooker, and I grew up with this guy, so. To me, that was like the most star-studded moment of my career. But I'll put it this way: because I did such a good job that first day on that set, I go to work the next day, and the wardrobe guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, you looking good? Yeah, you good in the wardrobe? Yeah, good. Hey, by the way, congratulations on the next episode." And I'm like, "What do you mean the next episode?" He's like, "They haven't told you? Tell me what?" Well, David E. Kelly wrote you for the next episode. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, he wrote your character into the next episode. Apparently he saw the dailies. Now, dailies are whatever you shoot that day, they go out to the writer, director, producers, and they look it over at night. Those are called dailies. So he liked what you did with the character and decided to extend your storyline, and now you have a kid. And I'm like, holy shit. So that was really cool.
And we saw a little bit of a clip of that one. You had your kid bullfighting.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there.
Since you were saying,
if you could work with anyone, who would it be and why? If I could have worked with anybody, it would have been Marlon Brando.
Oh.
And why? And why? Because Marlon Brando was my idol. Still is to this day. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of actors that I've looked up to over my entire life and my career, including Robert Julia, Anthony Quinn, Robin Williams, just to say a few, right? But Marlon Brando has had the most impact on me as an actor because his story is fascinating. He was the most brilliant actor of his era, of his time. Marlon Brando was such a unique actor. The fact that he wouldn't memorize all his lines. He would actually have cue cards. Sometimes people standing behind camera with cue cards, right? Sometimes he's even known for one time having a cue card posted up on the ceiling, and this is where his brilliance comes in because he's saying his lines, right, and then he forgets his lines, so he's like, oh. And he's looking up. He's doing this, but he's looking up, reading his lines. And then he just comes back down. So as I was singing, man. So for me, his brilliance was just unmatched, unparalleled. And obviously, for me, the most memorable character he ever played was The Godfather. The Godfather is my favorite because of all the brilliant things he did. Did you know that to get those cheeks, you know what he did? He stuffed toilet paper in his cheeks to make them puffy. And it just so brilliant. So many a times, what I like to do, because I watch a lot of different actors and their techniques and the way they perform, and I draw from their performances, and I incorporate it into mine. The most recent thing I did was a show called Animal Kingdom. Okay, I play Big Pete, which is I'm in a flashback scene back in the 80s where I'm the father of this other main character in the show, Little Pete. And without even realizing it, until somebody pointed it out, they go, hey man, I just saw you on Animal Kingdom. Nice Brando-esque moves. And I was like, wait, what? And I go back and I watch my performance, and I'm like, holy, yeah. There's definitely a Brando-esque essence about my performance, and I did it subconsciously without even realizing I was doing it. That's how much of an impact Marlon Brando had on me. Yeah.
Nice.
What's the craziest thing you've done for a role? Crashing the audition.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Crashing the audition. But other things that I've done, I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've grown out facial hair, I've grown out what little hair I have up here. And all because I do the best I can to be a chameleon. Um, you know what? The most ultimate compliment I get is when somebody tells me, "Wait, was that you in this show or in that movie playing this character?" Yep, that was me. Holy shit, I didn't realize that was you. I'm like, thank you. That means I did my job as an actor. Because I don't like to look the same. I don't like playing the same character twice. I I'm a character actor. I want to play different characters. So, obviously people know me from Next Fight. Everybody calls me Baby Joker. And I've learned to embrace that because it's a cult classic film. But the thing about it is that everybody thinks and assumes that's the only thing I've ever done. I've got over 115 credits to my name on IMDb, including film and television shows. And I've done many other things that are memorable, at least to me. But with that being said, people didn't know it was me on Sons of Anarchy. People didn't know it was me on Bruce Almighty. People didn't know it was me on Boston Legal. And that's the ultimate compliment to me. That means that I morphed into a different character. I look so different and I've acted so different that you really didn't realize, oh my God, that's Rolando Molina playing this guy. And I love that.
Alex has another great question. Have you had a memorable fan or a fan experience?
I've had a couple. I when I first started TikTok, I never expected it to become what it's become. I got 90K followers and they're all amazing. But the because a lot of my followers are fans. Well, I would have to say the majority of them are fans. Um, when I start going into other people's lives that have been on my life, some of their reactions have been adorable, priceless. Just I just by me going to their lives, I make their day. I make their day.
I can imagine.
Well, I mean, me, I'm just like, it's just me. I don't know.
I know I would freak out. I got happy because a YouTuber that's also on TikTok, they're kind of a big YouTuber. They liked one of my videos the other day, and I was like, they don't even follow me. They just liked one of my videos. I was like, hey, I have like 5 followers, I think, maybe 8 now. I don't know. But so I was like, yay!
I feel like listen, literally, I remember going on this guy's live, and then when he sees me in the live, his eyes go wide open, and they're like, "Oh my God, Rolando Molina's on my live. Rolando Molina's on my live." And then, I'll comment, say, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they're like, "Oh my God, you're actually responding to me." And a couple of them started crying. I'm just like, I feel bad because I'm like, I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry. You want me to leave? I mean, but I understand. It's because they're so shocked that I'm in their life, But we're down with Rolando Molina. Thank you so much, Gilbert Molina. What's up, Gilbert? Look, everybody sees me as a celebrity, as a legend, as an icon, as a movie star. These are all words that have come out of other people's mouths, not out of mine. This is how they see me. This is how they perceive me. right? I don't. I never perceived myself in that way. And to be honest with you, it was really kind of cringe to me when I would be called that, over and over again. Until somebody made me realize and said, listen, to us, that's who you are. You're a Latino actor representing our culture, our people, and you're making it out there. People love to see you pop up on their TVs. People love to see you pop up on the big screen when they're in the movie theater eating popcorn and a hot dog. And you should embrace that, And I'm like, okay, I'll embrace it. But this is what I tell everybody. People are always asking me, well, how is it that you're so humble? You talk to us, you communicate with us, you interact with us. And I go, you want to know why? Because first and foremost, I'm a human being. Secondly, what I do for a living is that of an actor. My job as an actor does not define the human being that I am. At the end of the day, sure, I can go out, I'll film something, I'll be on set all day, I'll come home. At the end of the day, I have to worry about having a roof over my head, having food in my fridge, having my bills paid, having feeding my dog, walking my dog, feeding my fish. I mean, I feel like I'm on the same level as every single other person at the end of the day because I'm coming home to the same concerns that every single one of you guys have, and also no matter what, my mom told me, don't ever forget where you come from. Don't ever forget who you are. No matter how much money you make, no matter how much fame you get, because at the end of the day, as quickly as you rose, you can fall. And that's the reason why I'm so humble. Ronaldo's laid back dude and had nothing but love and respect for his followers. Thank you, Stone Cold. I appreciate that, man. I do. And look, I have a lot of haters too. I have a lot of haters. And it's okay because my haters fuel me. But I love my haters too. I have nothing against them because I don't know them. I don't know nothing about them, and they're just hating on me for whatever reasons they
And they're
have.
giving you views either way, so
Yeah, exactly. And as they say, misery loves company. I just choose not to be miserable with them. I mean, I got a couple of TikTok videos where I've responded to a couple of people, and I think that my response is pretty elegant. And then there's other haters commenting on there going, "Oh, it seems like you're butthurt," and I'm like, "No, I'm simply stating it's okay that you don't know me. Not everybody does, But all that matters to me is the ones that do know me, the ones that do follow my work and do appreciate my work. That's all I care about. I mean, it's like people go, "Well, I don't know you either." Well, that's okay. I don't know you either, too. So.
Right. I've scrolled through TikTok a few times and I've just like randomly came across like this. I couldn't say what their name is because I don't remember, but
Yeah,
it was just like a trans person like putting on makeup, whatever. And I love the responses when the haters come in, and that gets me to like actually like join in because like I love the little snarky responses that they give them. They're just so great.
The fact that
I wish I could remember their names. I would like say it so you all could follow this person too, but. I honestly don't remember their name, but they're great.
Yeah, no, I know, and I follow a lot of people too. Yo, what up, Fuzzy? You're very down to earth, and you have a real heart of gold. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Much love.
I love his name, Fuzzy Soul Tiger. That is awesome.
Yeah, he's part of my TikTok crew. We have a TikTok crew called the Bad Boys Comedy, and a lot of these guys that are on here right now, they're part of my crew.
Nice.
They're awesome. We just have a fun time. Alex, Stone Cold, Fuzzy, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. And you guys on my live that are sticking around, I appreciate you sticking around. Hopefully you guys can come over to the podcast that I'm on and listen in, come show some love. Give it a like.
Somebody just followed me on TikTok. I don't know if it's one of your fans or not, but I just got random follows. So I thank you.
Yeah, hey, and
it's always great meeting more people too. So welcome everybody, and even if you haven't participated in the chat but watching, thank you.
Yeah. People love the troll label. You're right. Hey, what up, sportsman? Guys, if you guys want to come check out the podcast I'm doing right now, it's on YouTube, The Horror Freak 85, and there Jimmy Sanchez just posted it right there. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, so it's been a hell of a roller coaster ride on this TikTok journey, but I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. And I think I put my TikTok, my YouTube, Steve's TikTok, if I did it correctly, those links. I also have an Anchor where I cut down these interviews and I put them on Anchor, which also takes them out to Spotify, Apple
Oh,
Podcasts, pretty much everywhere they get
cool,
put out.
cool,
I
cool.
also have some videos, or not video, I don't know what you call them since they're just audio, but I also have some on there that are exclusive to just the Spotify that's from me, that's not on my YouTube. So the links in the chat if you guys are interested in checking it out.
There he is, a troublemaker next Friday. What's up, bro? It's Sportsman. What up, my guy? I appreciate you. His biggest quote: "Treat each other with love, kindness, and." Alex, you almost got it right. So whenever I end my lives on my TikTok, I always ended up, hey, Locos, thank you for the gift, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm on I'm doing a podcast right now, so come over to the YouTube channel, The Horror Freak 85, and click on the live link and check out the podcast, bro. Locos 1313. I appreciate the gifts, my boy. Thank you. So whenever I end my lives on TikTok, what I tell everybody is, guys, remember, please treat each other with kindness, respect, and dignity. I love you guys, and that's how I end my TikTok lives every time. And that's what my boy Alex was saying right there. Like people, because I always want to end my lives on a positive note, and with an inspirational thing. Because I want to be able to inspire people to be better, to do better, to treat each other with kindness, respect, and dignity, because that way people pay it forward. The other day I was just telling my viewers on my live that I did a good deed, and it wasn't anything huge or big. I was at a gas station because a bird had taken a big poop on my windshield, and it was like dead center of my view, and I was like, oh. So I stopped at a Chevron station, and I started cleaning it off. And then there's this Asian guy he parks his car and walks up to me and he's like, hey, excuse me, sir, do you think you can spare $1 for gas? And I looked at him and I'm like, I'm really sorry, bro. I don't carry cash on me right now. And then he went and asked a couple other people. Nobody gave him money. Who would with gas prices the way they are these days, right?
Yeah.
So then I saw him go back to his car, and I don't know why, but something told me just go ask him. So I walked up to his car and knocked on his window. He looked over, kind of startled, and he lowered his window, and he literally looked like he was about to cry. And I go, so do you need money for gas, bro? I mean, are you out of gas completely? He's like, well, I'm running on fumes, he said, and I don't know if I'm going to make it home. And I said, look, man, I don't have cash, bro, but I'll tell you what, pull into that gas pump right there, and I'll put $10 of gas in your car. It's the best I can do for you. He's like, really? Really, you do that? I go, yeah, man, I'll do that. So he pulled it in and, put $10 of gas in his car on my card. And then he's like, man, thank you so much, man. How can I repay you? Give me your address. I said, nah, man, you don't have to pay me back. I said, just if you're ever in a position to do something nice or something good for somebody else, pay it forward. And he got teary-eyed and got me teary-eyed. And he literally said, can I give you a hug? I go, yeah, hugs are free. So he gave me a hug. And I tell everybody, no matter what you're going through in life, there's always somebody that has it worse off than you, and just everybody has a bad day. Everybody goes through shit. It's life, right? We go through shit, right? But, one or two bad things happen in a day, right? And you're like, oh man, my car died. My car got repossessed. I lost my job, those are bad things, right? But think about all the good things. You woke up alive, you got your health. Friends and family are alive and got their health. You got a roof over your head. You start counting all the positive things that are going on in your life. You find out that you have more positive things than negative things going on in your life. So why would you want to focus on this one or two negative things going on in your life? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things positive going on in your life. It's all about perspective, right? And listen, I have bad days too. People think that that me as an actor, I'm invincible, or that I don't have bad days. We all have bad days. It's just a matter of how you take it and how you look into it. Just I just try to look at the cup half full all the time, because when you start looking at the cup half empty all the time, that's when you get miserable. That's when you become depressed, and that's when you start.
Right. Yeah, I got a video. It's on my YouTube and my TikTok. I blurred the dude's face because I don't want him to get in trouble. But it was just so funny because we had a mailman. It wasn't a regular mailman, and he was getting so mad because the little scanner thing wasn't working, and he's like cussing out, throwing it down, but nothing got broken and everything. So I didn't want to get him in trouble. So I was like, I gotta post this video. It's great. So I got like a little cover around his face because I don't want to lose his job.
Right.
So it's like he's just having a bad day. His little thingy's not working, and nothing got damaged. So it's all good. But it's a great video. So I was like, I
got tag me in it. I want to check it out. Tag me in it. Okay, guys, those of you that are coming in asking what podcast I'm on a YouTube podcast. The YouTube channel is called The Horror Freak 85. So The Horror Freak is one word, The Horror Freak. And then 85 is separate, number 85. Click on it and click on the live link, and then you'll be able to see the podcast going on. And come join us. So you can stay on both my TikTok live and on podcast.
Multi-views there.
Multitask, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Join
What's up, Josh Ferris? How you doing, Josh? Great guys, amazing, really great heart. Oh, thank you. When I had COVID a few weeks ago, and you helped me by telling me to stay strong in prayers, I believe I was able to beat it all because of you. Hey, sportsman, bro, I love you, bro, man. It's this is what I'm talking about. Like if we could only, if each of one of us took the time out of your day to make someone's day a little brighter, a little better, just even by saying hi, how you doing? How's your day going? A complete stranger, either they'll look at you funny, like, who the hell are you? Or they'll be like, oh, well, thanks for asking. I'm doing okay, Just spread love, spread positivity, not negativity. So.
Okay, I think I did it right. I went ahead and did it because I'm not good with TikTok. So it's like, I think I did it right.
You might have tagged me. I think, let's see.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it right now, but I think I did it right. So hopefully you see it.
Okay.
I've only had TikTok for like 2-3 weeks. It's like my first week of having it. Steve over here, he gets enough followers where he can go live.
Finally, it took a while though to get that.
But I'm at like 5, 10, whatever. And so he made me a mod in his chat, and he said something, I don't remember what it was, and I was just being smart. So I put F you, but I actually said it, and then I put LOL in the chat, not knowing that. So now I am labeled as violent.
Yeah. You
and it didn't even come up on my end because
TikTok is very anal about stuff like that.
That's why I'm trying to watch myself, because you're on TikTok too. But yeah.
No, but I have my headphones on, so they can't hear what you're saying. So that's why y'all need to come over to the podcast with me, guys.
It's fucking R-rated over here.
Yeah,
you can. I just thought it was the funniest thing because I got labeled as violent like my first or second week on TikTok because I told him to fuck you.
I'm dead. That was too funny. Rolando was one of the few that helped me keep fighting and get back to 1,000 followers. That's what's up, Stone Cold. Sometimes you say, who the devil is you? And you say, I'm Batman. I'm going to say that. No, he's referring to one of my TikToks. One of my TikToks I have, because, you on TikTok, you create videos, you can use sounds from other people's videos and stuff like that to make your own TikTok. And then there's this one, I really shouldn't say it, but just go through my TikTok and you'll see why. Because I at the end of this TikTok, I go, I'm Batman. But I mean, I can't really say too much because it's a little R-rated. But yeah, So y'all check it out.
That's
Oh my
great.
god.
You were saying earlier in Boston Legal, like when you went ahead and translated English to Spanish, when you do lines, is it more of a challenge to remember Spanish or English?
It's not really. It's never been a challenge for me because I have photographic memory. So when people ask me how do you memorize your lines, so many lines, I go, I see them in my head. I see them on the paper. In other words, when I'm looking at the lines, I'm reading them, and then when I'm performing them, I'm literally seeing the paper with the lines in my head. I don't know if anybody else how they do it, but yeah, yeah,
That has to be a huge advantage, be able to have photographic memory.
it is. It is. It really is.
How long does it take you to like look over something to have it memorized? I don't really know how the photographic stuff works.
So it depends on how big the monologue is or the dialogue is. But it could take anywhere between an hour or two to a couple of days, depending on how big it is. Now that we do self tapes from home, um, what I do is I'll have a actor buddy of mine do it virtually like this, and I send the sides over to him, and we go ahead and go through the lines, we read through the lines, right, and then I'll set up my camera and my backdrop and everything, and then I'll start recording myself doing the lines, and I'll mess up a few lines here and there, but by the third or fourth take, I have the lines down, and then I can concentrate more on the performance than the lines. So first, I got to concentrate on getting the lines right, and then once I got the lines right, I concentrate and focus on getting on getting the performance down right. So that's the process that I go through now.
Awesome.
All right. See if there's any more comments.
Oh, I thought he was going to say something.
No, I was looking on that
Oh,
side.
gotcha.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Boom. I'm sure you got any other
Man, I
questions.
got a little bit more. You got to work on a Marvel show. I'm assuming your mom didn't see that one.
No, she did not. She did not.
The Agents of Shield for the ones
I
that
did.
don't know.
Yeah. I did. I did Marvel's Agents of Shield Ghost Rider, and I believe that was the fourth season, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
And
so.
Yeah.
yeah, my character gets judged by Ghost Rider, and it was a lot of fun shooting that, and my character gets judged and burned up by Ghost Rider. So that was a lot of fun. What up, guys? I'm on TikTok Live. I'm on a podcast right now, and it's actually on YouTube, and it's called The Horror Freak 85. The Horror Freak being one word, and then number 85. Click on there and click on the live link, and then you can come to the podcast and join us over here.
Join us. It's like join us. Become one of us. Join the House of Horrors side.
Join the House of Horrors.
It's like this is the podcast you're looking for.
Yes, this is a podcast you are looking for.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. So I was just going to ask you, anybody have any other questions?
In the next Friday, you got a scene with John Witherspoon where he knocks you out. How long did it take to get that going?
So I was not gonna lie, I was pretty high that day.
I think it's legal where you're at, so it's all good.
Well, yeah, but not at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all I remember is the AD's like, "Hey man, so we're ready to shoot this." I was like, "What are we shooting?" You're gonna get knocked out. And I'm like, "Oh, all right, man." No, but it was fun because I did my own stunt, and it didn't take that long because the way it's all about camera angles, right? So the camera's right here, and I'm right here, right? So the camera's pointing at me, and John, he swings the 2x4 towards me, But first of all, it was a fake 2x4. It was made out of foam or whatever. And when he swings it, he doesn't really hit me. It's just the illusion and me actually falling back and seeing my legs pop up. That's what sold it as me getting hit. But there was a pad behind me that I fell onto, and the stunt man or the stunt coordinator, he said, okay, so this is how you're gonna fall. You're gonna snap back and make sure your legs come up, and and all that. So that was really cool to do. It was a lot of fun. I remember how excited my son Adrian was when he received your autograph. Your kindness made his day, and he still has it up in the frame in his room. Aw, thank you, Raylene. Much love, much love. I appreciate that.
I think this week when I was going through your stuff, usually my husband, because he usually don't like the stuff I watch, so he usually don't care about what I watch when I'm, researching a guest. But I think this is the best week of his life because he enjoyed everything I watched.
Oh, really? That's dope. I love that. I love that.
Especially like the Family Guy and he likes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Family Guy and stuff like that.
No, I'm telling you, people really trip out when they find out what else I've done and what else I've been in. I have to get back to work. Want to stop by and show you love, rolling with memory. Hey, Alex, thank you, bro.
Thank you for
bro.
coming, Alex.
Yeah, thanks
you
for
got great
joining.
questions.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, no, he's asking really great questions. I mean, on my TikTok live, people are always,
On
hold on. You're always eating without me. Ray, I'm not eating right now. I'm on a podcast, bro. Come over to the YouTube channel. It's called The Horror Freak 85. What up, Manny Dog? Yeah, guys, come on over to The Horror Freak. Warrior, if you're still in here, can you post the YouTube channel, The Horror Freak 85, on here for people? Hey, Unique, can you do it? Can you post it, please? It's The Horror Freak, all one word, and then /85, not slash, it's space 85 on the YouTube. This is where I'm at right now doing the podcast. So come join us, guys.
So,
No,
yeah,
you're good, Ray.
yeah, I saw that it was either the other day. I know it was this week. What was it? You went to some shrimp place or something? That looked good. Best shrimp.
Oh, yeah, on Saturday. So my friends had called me on Friday and said, hey, we want to take you to lunch. And this is my writer friend and his wife. And they go, we want to take you to Killer Shrimp. And I was just like, I love Killer Shrimp. It's in Marina Del Rey. And it basically, they specialize in this broth, right? That's spicy and garlicky and very flavorful. And they throw the shrimp in there. And I got the shrimp with the lobster and the crab legs. Well, not crab, but crab paws. And then they put a few pieces of corn on the cob in there. So, so we went and had a couple of drinks and, had lunch together. It was just so good. I love that place.
It
sounds
amazing. I'm a big seafood eater. That would have been good. I saw that. I'm like, that's some big portions there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I just turned my son on to lobster because he didn't even know he liked it till recently.
What?
He never tried it, and then I got it. And
you know what? I remember that reminds me of the story. I remember my dad, every Sunday he used to do carne asada, right? And this particular Sunday, he brought a bushel of oysters. And I see him chucking the oysters and putting lemon, salt, and chili and just taking them down. I was like, ew. He looked at me, he's like, ew, what are you saying ill to? I go, that looks nasty. It looks disgusting. He's like, have you ever tried them? I go, no. He's like, you're going to try it now. I go, no, I don't want it. You're going to try it. You never say you don't like something until you try it. So he forced me to eat it. I still eat oysters to this day.
I've never tried an oyster yet. I was like you. I was like, I've never said I didn't like them because I've never tried them, but I was just like, they look so disgusting, though.
But they're delicious. I lost my mind when I finally put 2 and 2 together when I realized I was talking to Benny from Sons. You see what I'm saying? That's the ultimate compliment right there. When people don't realize that, oh my God, I saw you in the show as that character. I didn't realize it was you. I did my job. I did my job. Hello, everybody coming in. Just subscribe to the Horror Free. Oh, thank you, Gilbert Molina. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. You guys are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Welcome everybody. Nice meeting everyone. So
Yeah, people are still coming into my room right now. So
I didn't get a chance to go back and watch it because I didn't even know which episode it was. A Firefly. What was your character?
Oh, I don't even remember, bro. It was literally a one-day guest star. I had that one scene, and I, to be honest with you, I never even watched the show, and I never watched the show, you know. So, yeah, that was wild, bad. But yeah, but you know, like whenever I book something, if the money's right, I'll do it. So, the money was right for Firefly, so I did it. You know, not even though I wasn't a fan of the show. I love working on shows that I'm a fan of. That's the best feeling in the world when you land a role and you book the role on a show that you love, that you're a fan of yourself, like Sons of Anarchy. Man, I was stoked, so stoked.
Now, speaking of Sons of Anarchy, since you went back to it, I don't recall seeing your character on a bike, but do you ride bikes at all, or were you hoping to maybe ride one on the show?
My character rides, but it wasn't me riding. It was a stunt double.
I can't remember. I think you did. I just couldn't remember.
I had a stunt double that wrote it for me. And then there was a scene where I'm riding alongside of my prez, who was Lobo Sebastian, who plays Bill Joker in Night Friday. He was the president, and
Okay.
and we're riding side by side. But what they did is they put us on this rig, and they started pulling us with a truck. So it made it look like we're riding. Yeah, all right.
That's awesome.
People were like, you know what? The sun is about to start hitting me straight on. I think I'm gonna move. Hang on.
Okay. Oh, he's moving. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Yeah, let me find
To
new
get
spot.
situated.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Looks like Unique Jess just came in.
Hey, what's up, Unique? That's my girl. That's my girl, Unique. That's better.
There you go.
It was getting a little bright over there.
It's been storming here. Power went out a couple times earlier, just briefly, flickered on and off. And then just before the podcast, it started storming. I'm like, I hope the electricity doesn't go while I'm on the show.
Yeah. So I got people coming in from my TikTok live into the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So who else got questions?
I think right now, just saying hi to everybody right now. Is there on any show that you did any improv on, or just stuck to the script 100% always?
No, there's times where production, especially the writers and producers and director want you to stick to the script verbatim. So they want you to, exactly verbatim what's going on in the script. But there's times where they'll say, all right, have fun with it. Give me something different. And that's when you start doing something different. Like, for example, on Animal Kingdom, I remember that they wanted me to do verbatim what the script said a couple of times. And then the director tells me, she says, all right, Rolando, so give me your version. What else shows what you would add, what you would do. So, so I did a couple of things, and at one point I did something that made the director like burst out with a laugh, like, oh, while we were shooting. And I'm thinking in my head, who did that? And then she goes, cut. And I'm like, who did that? Who laughed in the middle of the take? And then she's like,
Guilty.
she was guilty of it. But I thought that was really cool, though, that I was able to make the director laugh. So, and then they ended up using some of the improv that I did on the show. Yeah, so that was really cool. You think you're funny enough to do stand-up? No, Gilbert. No. I was just saying that earlier. I'm not. I am not a comedian. I'm definitely not a comedian. I can play comedic roles if they are written well. And that's the writer's job. They write the character funny. I can make it funny, but I definitely can't do stand up off the top of my head like that. I'm not that witty. I'm really not that witty.
I seen Marlon Wayans actually live do stand up, and he was awesome.
Yeah, no, they're all the Wayans brothers are awesome doing this.
Yeah, he's the only one I got to see live, so that's the only one. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's comedy. I mean, to be a comedian and off the top of your dome, that's skills right there. That's major skills, which I don't have.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you've worked with that taught you anything on set, or any experience that you've learned from them and keep it from there on out?
Yeah, John Witherspoon. When we did Next Friday together, I was very thankful to have had worked with him. When I heard he passed away, that it was a really sad day for me, because I remember how him and we sat down and we just, for a good while, just talked about the industry and what he's done as a comedian, and how the advice he gave me was like, always be true to yourself. Whatever instinct comes out of you, you just go with it. You just run with it. And I was like, okay, I like that. And it's so true. Like, as an actor, when you have an instinct and you feel it, go with it, run with it, because a lot of times it comes out looking great. So that was some of the best advice that John given me, and I run with it every time. Every time since then, I've run with whatever instinct comes out of me.
Is that R2D2?
Yeah, that's my notification. my agent's just texting me right now. Hey guys, sorry, on my TikTok live, I'm actually doing a podcast on YouTube right now. It's called Unique. Just posted it up there in the comments. Horror Freak 85 on YouTube. Check it out. Oh my gosh, hold on. What's that it's sending me? My boy Henry. Okay. Henry, come into the YouTube podcast. It's right there. Unique just posted it. It's Horror Freak 85 on YouTube. Come and say hi on the podcast.
Somebody's talking about food in the chat. Yummy.
Yeah.
Where?
Asada? Did I say that right?
Oh, yummy carne asada, making me hungry.
Did I miss something when I had to step away for a second? Is there food
yeah. out? I'm getting hungry too. It's dinner time for me already.
Yeah.
We've been on. It's been over 2 hours. So yeah.
Has it been already?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're having a good time, right?
Exactly.
Definitely.
No, but normally around this time I'll have dinner and I'll go live, and I post on my live. I go have dinner with me, and my followers tend to love to see me eat. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, okay, you guys want to see me eat? All right, let's see. Let's have dinner together.
Hey, you have a dinner partner then at all times.
Yeah, exactly. And people go, why are you eating alone? I'm not eating alone. I'm eating with you guys. You guys are my dinner guests.
Plenty of room at the table too for all 100 or whoever shows up.
Yeah, however many people, for real.
Have a seat.
So, anybody else have any other questions?
It looks like everybody just went to just kind of talking. I think I covered most of mine.
Okay. That was a good dinner date with Rolando. Unique. So, well, guys, I think that I'm going to end up calling it right now, because I do have to use the restroom too. I finished all my water.
I know.
That's why I had to step away from it. I couldn't wait no longer. It's like,
and I'm getting hungry too, so I got to go grab dinner. So those of you on my TikTok live, we're going to go have dinner in a bit. All right. So stay tuned.
All right, thanks. We'll see you again anytime. If you got anything new, want to come back, always welcome.
Absolutely, man. I would love to, and it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today.
All right, absolutely. Take care.
Have a good dinner.
All right, guys. Have a great one. Peace, everybody. I'm going to go back on my TikTok live for a little bit. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
That was fun.
Yes, that was fun. You guys are welcome to stay if you want, or still multitask, or whatever you want to do.
Or join them for dinner, whatever.
Right.
I'm actually getting kind of hungry myself. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
here
I'll have
after
to
that.
figure out dinner for us too, because I was doing stuff around here, so I didn't get to the store. So we got to figure out what we were going to do for dinner
Yeah. So,
before they just eat me alive. See, I'm already getting growls. My son came circling down a little bit ago. But what's your next Polonia movie that you got going?
I think tomorrow we got Razor Teeth. I believe
Razor
it's the
Teeth?
next Razor Teeth.
Oh, Razor Teeth. I was like, laser teeth? What's
Yeah.
that?
It's a shark with a laser beam on its head. You got the sharks with the laser beam.
Well, he's not here no more, so I don't know about that one.
He's over on his TikTok. You can ask. Yeah, he said he's still going to be on TikTok. He was going to take a bathroom break before he got back on, but then
yeah, he's going to go to the bathroom and then eat dinner with y'all.
So, but yep, that's the end of the portion on here. So,
And we're just going to kind of chit chat before we head out, and
probably like in a couple minutes. So,
right. Yeah, we'll probably be getting off here too, so we can eat as well. It's like what, like 9:30 for you, I think, and it's 8:30 for me.
Pretty close, like 9 minutes still. I'll just say it. But yeah, Saturday we're continuing on with the Polonia theme show. Return to Splatter Farm watch along
without playing the movie.
Yeah, without playing the movie.
You'll have to let me know what the email says, if it was a strike or a.
If they send me anything, I'll just delete the video and just ignore it.
Yeah, well, strike, delete, or not will stay. But if you get a claim deleting it, you're fine. But a strike will stay permanently. But you'll still want to delete it either way.
Yeah. So, but all right, well, yeah. I think most of the people went ahead and left out anyway. I saw the numbers dropped, but we were slamming.
Like, screw you! No, I'm kidding. We love you still. If you're still here, we still love you either way. We know.
Yep,
we understand.
So, but yeah, it was a good one. We had some good questions, and so. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. So thanks for everyone watching, and all the new followers. Appreciate it, and hope to see you in the next following weeks. So, all right, have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.